Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a truth that can be both liberating and daunting. Nobody cares. Now, before you bristle at that idea, let's unpack it together. This isn't a message of isolation or indifference, it's an invitation to embrace your own life's journey with authenticity and courage. In a world so focused on external validation, likes, followers, accolades, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters, the richness of your own experience. Embracing vulnerability is a profound yet often misunderstood aspect of living authentically. In a culture that frequently equates vulnerability with weakness, it can be challenging to recognize the true power that lies within being open and honest about our feelings, fears, and imperfections. To embrace vulnerability is to allow ourselves to be seen, to show up in our truest form, and to engage with the world from a place of genuine connection. When we think about vulnerability, we often think about sharing our struggles or admitting our failures. While those are certainly components, vulnerability goes deeper than just what we share. It's about the mindset we adopt when we approach our lives and relationships. It's an acknowledgement that we are imperfect beings navigating a complex world. This recognition can be incredibly freeing. It allows us to shed the heavy burden of needing to appear flawless or invulnerable, and instead invites us to embrace our humanity. Research shows that vulnerability is the birthplace of creativity, innovation, and change. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open up possibilities that we might otherwise shut down. For example, think about a time when you took a leap of faith, whether it was sharing a piece of art, expressing your feelings to a loved one, or pursuing a new career path. That moment of courage often involved a degree of vulnerability. You risked exposure and potential rejection, but you also opened the door to connection and growth. The beauty of this process lies in the fact that vulnerability is not just about the outcome, it's about the journey and the courage it takes to put ourselves out there. Embracing vulnerability creates a ripple effect in our relationships. When we show our true selves, we encourage others to do the same. Authentic connections thrive on mutual understanding and acceptance. By sharing our fears and struggles, we create space for others to share theirs, fostering deeper bonds. This kind of openness can transform the way we relate to one another, moving us away from superficial interactions toward meaningful engagement. It's in these moments of shared vulnerability that we often find the strongest connections, as we recognize our shared humanity. It's essential to approach vulnerability with a sense of discernment. Not everyone is deserving of our vulnerability, and sharing our innermost thoughts and feelings should be done with care. This is not to say that we should guard ourselves completely, but rather that we should be mindful of where and with whom we choose to be vulnerable. Creating a safe space for vulnerability is crucial, whether that's within friendships, family, or even professional settings. The goal is to foster an environment where vulnerability is met with empathy and understanding rather than judgment or dismissal. Another critical aspect of embracing vulnerability is understanding that it is inherently tied to courage. It takes immense bravery to confront our fears and show our true selves to the world. This courage is not the absence of fear, rather, it is the willingness to act in spite of it. When we choose to embrace vulnerability, we are actively choosing to step into the discomfort and uncertainty of life. It's an acknowledgement that while fear may always be a companion, it does not have to dictate our actions. Vulnerability allows us to break down the walls of perfectionism that so many of us build around ourselves. Perfectionism often stems from a fear of being vulnerable. It's the belief that if we present ourselves as flawless, we can avoid judgment and rejection. However, this mindset is ultimately limiting. When we strive for perfection, we miss out on the richness of the human experience, which is inherently messy and imperfect. Embracing vulnerability means giving ourselves permission to be flawed and to recognize that our imperfections are what make us relatable and real. In the realm of personal growth, vulnerability acts as a catalyst for change. It encourages us to confront our fears and self-limiting beliefs. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we create the opportunity for self-reflection and deeper understanding. This process can lead to significant breakthroughs, whether in our relationships, careers, or personal aspirations. It allows us to explore our true desires and motivations, aligning our actions with our authentic selves. Embracing vulnerability can transform the way we view failure. In a society that often stigmatizes failure, vulnerability invites us to reframe our perspective. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of our worth, we can view it as a valuable learning experience. Each setback becomes an opportunity to grow and evolve, fostering resilience and grit. This shift in mindset allows us to take risks without the paralyzing fear of failing, ultimately propelling us toward our goals. In the professional realm, embracing vulnerability can lead to innovative thinking and collaboration. When team members feel safe to express their ideas, take risks, and admit when they don't know something, it creates a culture of trust and creativity. Vulnerability in leadership can also inspire and motivate teams. Leaders who are open about their challenges and uncertainties create an environment where everyone feels empowered to contribute their perspectives. This can lead to more effective problem solving and a stronger sense of teamwork. Embracing vulnerability is about creating a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. It's a commitment to showing up as our true selves, regardless of the risks involved. While the journey may not always be easy, the rewards are profound. By cultivating the courage to be vulnerable, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to a more compassionate and connected world. It's through this act of embracing our vulnerability that we can inspire others to do the same, creating a collective ripple effect of authenticity, connection, and resilience. Letting go of external validation is a transformative journey that can fundamentally change how we perceive ourselves and navigate our lives. In today's society, we are constantly bombarded with messages that equate our worth with the opinions of others. Social media amplifies this phenomenon, presenting curated images and success stories that often distort reality. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeking approval from those around us, be it friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers online. However, the pursuit of external validation can become a double-edged sword, leaving us feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from our true selves. When we place our self-worth in the hands of others, we surrender our power. Our emotions become contingent on their approval, leading to a cycle of dependency that can erode our confidence and sense of identity. The moment someone questions our choices or critiques our actions, we may find ourselves spiraling into self-doubt. This cycle is exhausting and ultimately unsustainable. To break free from it, we must consciously choose to shift our focus inward, cultivating an internal sense of validation rooted in self-acceptance and self-awareness. The first step in this journey is recognizing the ways in which we seek external validation. This could manifest as a constant need for compliments, an obsessive focus on social media metrics, or an overwhelming desire to please others at the expense of our own needs. Awareness is the catalyst for change. Once we identify these patterns, we can begin to explore the underlying beliefs that drive them. Often these beliefs stem from fear of rejection, fear of judgment, or fear of not being enough. Acknowledging these fears allows us to confront them head-on, rather than allowing them to dictate our actions. As we begin to dismantle the need for external validation, it's essential to cultivate a strong sense of self-worth that comes from within. This requires a shift in mindset. Instead of seeking approval from others, we must learn to celebrate our own accomplishments and recognize our unique qualities. This process involves self-reflection and self-compassion. Take time to acknowledge your strengths, talents, and achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Journaling, meditation, or simply engaging in positive self-talk can help reinforce this inner dialogue. Another critical aspect of letting go of external validation is setting healthy boundaries. This means being mindful of the relationships we cultivate and the influences we allow into our lives. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and support us, rather than those who seek to undermine or criticize, can create a more positive environment for personal growth. It's also important to remember that not everyone will understand or appreciate our choices. That's okay. We don't need everyone's approval to live authentically. It's essential to embrace imperfection. In a culture that often glorifies perfectionism, we must remind ourselves that nobody is flawless. Embracing our imperfections is a vital part of letting go of the need for validation. It's in our flaws and vulnerabilities that we find our humanity and relatability. When we accept that making mistakes is part of the journey, we become more resilient. This resilience allows us to navigate life's challenges without being derailed by criticism or judgment. In the quest to free ourselves from external validation, we can also find empowerment in setting personal goals based on our values and aspirations rather than the expectations of others. Ask yourself what truly matters to you. What are your passions, dreams, and desires? By focusing on your own path, you can create a sense of fulfillment that is independent of others' opinions. This alignment between your actions and your values cultivates a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction in life. Practicing gratitude can be a powerful tool in this journey. When we focus on what we are grateful for in our lives, we shift our perspective from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude encourages us to appreciate our unique experiences and the strengths we possess, fostering a sense of contentment that is less reliant on external factors. By regularly acknowledging the positive aspects of our lives, we can create a more resilient mindset that values intrinsic worth over external accolades. Letting go of external validation often requires us to confront our fear of rejection. This fear can be paralyzing, preventing us from expressing our true selves or pursuing our goals. However, embracing the possibility of rejection can liberate us. When we recognize that rejection is a natural part of life and experience that everyone encounters, we can begin to view it as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. Each rejection can offer valuable lessons and opportunities for growth, ultimately leading us closer to our authentic selves. As we embark on this journey, it's important to remember that letting go of external validation is not a linear process. It requires patience, practice, and self-compassion. There may be times when we find ourselves slipping back into old patterns, seeking approval or feeling inadequate. That's okay. Acknowledge those feelings without judgment and gently redirect your focus back to your inner self. Each moment of awareness is a step forward on the path to self-acceptance. Embracing a mindset of lifelong learning can enhance our journey. Recognize that personal growth is an ongoing process. We are constantly evolving, and it's okay to reassess our beliefs and behaviors along the way. Engage with new ideas, seek out experiences that challenge you, and allow yourself the space to grow. This mindset fosters resilience and curiosity, creating a more enriching life experience. Letting go of external validation empowers us to reclaim our identities. It allows us to live authentically and unapologetically, guided by our values and passions rather than the fleeting opinions of others. When we free ourselves from the need for approval, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities, opportunities to connect more deeply with ourselves and others, to pursue our passions wholeheartedly, and to cultivate a life that resonates with our true selves. This journey is not only liberating but profoundly fulfilling, paving the way for a more authentic and empowered existence. Defining your own success is a deeply personal and transformative endeavor that goes beyond societal norms and expectations. In a world that often measures success through a narrow lens, wealth, status, career achievements, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters to us as individuals. This journey requires introspection, courage, and a commitment to aligning our lives with our values and passions. At its core, defining success is about understanding what brings us fulfillment and joy. This process begins with self-reflection. We need to ask ourselves fundamental questions. What are my core values? What activities make me feel alive? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These inquiries can help us uncover our unique definitions of success, which may differ significantly from the conventional metrics we often encounter. For many, success is intertwined with personal happiness and well-being. It's about finding a balance between various aspects of life, work, relationships, health, and personal growth. As we navigate through life, we may discover that our priorities shift. What once seemed like the pinnacle of success might evolve into something entirely different as we gain new experiences and insights. This fluidity highlights the importance of staying connected to our authentic selves and remaining open to change. To cultivate our unique definition of success, we must also learn to let go of comparison. In a society driven by competition and achievement, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring our progress against others. Social media often exacerbates this tendency, showcasing the highlight reels of people's lives and making us question our own paths. However, comparison can be detrimental to our self-esteem and sense of fulfillment. Instead, we should focus on our own journeys, celebrating our milestones, no matter how small they may seem. Each step we take toward our own definition of success is significant and worthy of recognition. As we redefine success, it's also vital to consider the role of failure in this process. Many of us fear failure, viewing it as a setback or a reflection of our inadequacy. However, embracing failure as an essential part of growth can transform our understanding of success. Each failure offers valuable lessons and opportunities for learning. When we view setbacks as stepping stones rather than obstacles, we empower ourselves to take risks and pursue our passions fearlessly. This mindset shift allows us to cultivate resilience and adaptability, essential qualities for navigating the complexities of life. Defining success is about aligning our actions with our values. When we engage in activities that resonate with our core beliefs, we create a sense of purpose that fuels our motivation. This alignment fosters a deeper connection to our work and personal lives, making each day more meaningful. To achieve this, we can start by identifying our top values such as family, creativity, community, or health, and then reflect on how our current pursuits align with these principles. This self-awareness helps us make informed choices that reflect our true desires, ultimately guiding us toward our personalized definition of success. In addition to personal fulfillment, success can also be viewed through the lens of contribution. Many people find immense satisfaction in giving back to their communities or making a positive impact in the lives of others. This sense of purpose can enhance our own well-being while fostering a sense of interconnectedness. Whether through volunteer work, mentorship, or simply being a supportive friend, contributing to the greater good can redefine success in profound ways. It reminds us that our lives are intertwined with others, and our actions can create ripples of change that extend beyond ourselves. As we embark on this journey of defining success, it's important to set realistic and attainable goals. These goals should be aligned with our unique vision of success, allowing us to make tangible progress toward our aspirations. By breaking down larger goals into smaller, actionable steps, we can create a roadmap that guides us forward. Celebrating each achievement along the way reinforces our commitment to our personal definition of success and helps us stay motivated. We should cultivate a growth mindset. Embracing a mindset that values learning and development allows us to approach challenges with curiosity rather than fear. This perspective encourages us to view obstacles as opportunities for growth, fostering resilience and adaptability. So when we are open to learning, we can redefine success continuously, evolving our goals and aspirations as we gain new insights and experiences. Accountability plays a crucial role in this process. Sharing our goals and aspirations with trusted friends, family members, or mentors can provide us with the support and encouragement we need to stay on track. When we vocalize our intentions, we create a sense of commitment that can motivate us to follow through. Additionally, seeking feedback and guidance from others can offer valuable perspectives that enrich our understanding of success. It's also essential to prioritize self-care on this journey. Defining success should not come at the expense of our well-being. Taking care of our physical, mental, and emotional health is crucial for maintaining the energy and motivation needed to pursue our goals. This may involve setting boundaries, engaging in activities that bring us joy, and allowing ourselves moments of rest and reflection. When we prioritize self-care, we create a solid foundation that supports our pursuit of success. In this process, we must also practice patience and self-compassion. Defining success is not an overnight achievement, it is a lifelong journey filled with twists and turns. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and uncertainty. Embracing these experiences with kindness and understanding allows us to navigate challenges with grace. It's essential to remember that our worth is not contingent upon achieving specific milestones, rather, it is inherent in our humanity. Defining our own success is a powerful act of self-discovery and empowerment. By breaking free from societal norms and expectations, we can cultivate a life that resonates with our true selves. This journey encourages us to embrace our individuality, pursue our passions, and contribute to the world in meaningful ways. When we align our actions with our values and define success on our own terms, we unlock the potential for a fulfilling and purpose-driven life. Each step we take on this path brings us closer to our authentic selves, allowing us to live fully and unapologetically in a world that often tries to dictate our worth. Practicing self-compassion is a vital component of personal growth and emotional well-being. In a world that often promotes relentless self-criticism and perfectionism, it can be challenging to extend kindness to ourselves. However, cultivating self-compassion is essential for fostering resilience and nurturing a healthy relationship with ourselves. It involves treating ourselves with the same understanding and care that we would offer a close friend in times of struggle or failure. At its core, self-compassion consists of three interconnected elements: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Self-kindness encourages us to respond to our own suffering with warmth and understanding instead of harsh judgment. When we encounter difficulties, it's easy to fall into a cycle of negative self-talk, telling ourselves that we're not good enough, or that we should be able to handle everything on our own. This inner dialogue can be debilitating and often exacerbates feelings of inadequacy. Instead, we should practice self-kindness by recognizing our imperfections as part of the human experience and treating ourselves with the same gentleness we would extend to a friend. The second element of self-compassion, common humanity, emphasizes the understanding that we are not alone in our struggles. It's easy to feel isolated in our pain, believing that we are the only ones experiencing difficulties. However, recognizing that suffering is a universal aspect of the human experience can alleviate feelings of loneliness. We all face challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Acknowledging this shared humanity fosters connection and can reduce the weight of our burdens. By reminding ourselves that others also grapple with similar struggles, we cultivate a sense of belonging and empathy toward ourselves. Mindfulness, the third component, involves being present with our thoughts and emotions without judgment. It allows us to observe our feelings as they arise without becoming overwhelmed or suppressing them. Mindfulness encourages us to acknowledge our experiences, both positive and negative, without attaching labels of good or bad. This non-judgmental awareness creates space for self-reflection and helps us understand our emotions more deeply. By being mindful, we can recognize when we are engaging in self-criticism and consciously choose to redirect our thoughts toward compassion and understanding. Practicing self-compassion can significantly impact our mental and emotional well-being. Research shows that individuals who cultivate self-compassion are more resilient in the face of adversity. When we treat ourselves with kindness during difficult times, we are better equipped to cope with challenges. Self-compassion allows us to bounce back from failures and setbacks, fostering a growth mindset that encourages us to learn from our experiences rather than dwell on them. In addition to enhancing resilience, self-compassion can lead to improved relationships with others. When we are kinder to ourselves, we are more likely to extend that same kindness to those around us. Self-compassion fosters empathy, allowing us to understand and support others without becoming overly critical. This shift in perspective strengthens our connections and promotes a more compassionate and understanding environment. To incorporate self-compassion into our daily lives, we can begin by developing a practice of self-kindness. This may involve adopting a gentle inner dialogue and challenging negative self-talk. When we notice ourselves being critical, we can pause and reframe our thoughts. For instance, instead of saying, "I can't believe I messed that up, I'm such a failure," we might say, "It's okay to make mistakes, everyone does." And this is an opportunity to learn. This simple shift can create a profound impact on how we perceive ourselves and our experiences. Another effective strategy for practicing self-compassion is to engage in self-care. Taking time for ourselves to recharge and nurture our well-being is essential. This could involve activities that bring us joy, such as spending time in nature, engaging in creative pursuits, or simply relaxing with a good book. By prioritizing self-care, we signal to ourselves that we are worthy of love and attention. This practice reinforces our capacity for self-kindness and encourages us to treat ourselves with the same care we would extend to others. Journaling can be a powerful tool for cultivating self-compassion. Writing about our feelings and experiences allows us to process our emotions and reflect on our thoughts. In our journals, we can explore moments of self-criticism and rewrite those narratives with compassion. By documenting our struggles alongside our triumphs, we create a more balanced perspective that acknowledges both our challenges and our resilience. Mindfulness meditation is another effective way to cultivate self-compassion. This practice allows us to become more aware of our thoughts and emotions, creating a space for non-judgmental observation. During meditation, we can focus on sending love and kindness to ourselves, repeating affirmations such as, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," "May I be healthy," "May I be safe." This practice not only promotes self-compassion, but also enhances our overall sense of well-being. It's important to recognize that developing self-compassion is a journey, not a destination. There will be moments when we stumble and revert to self-critical habits, and that's okay. The key is to approach ourselves with compassion during these setbacks, reminding ourselves that growth takes time. Progress may be nonlinear, and that's a natural part of the process. In a world that often emphasizes achievement and perfection, embracing self-compassion is a radical act of self-love. It encourages us to break free from the constraints of comparison and judgment, allowing us to embrace our authentic selves. By practicing self-compassion, we create a nurturing environment within ourselves that fosters growth, resilience, and emotional well-being. This foundation empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence, ultimately leading to a richer, more fulfilling existence. When we learn to treat ourselves with kindness, we pave the way for a deeper connection to ourselves and others, fostering a life that is anchored in love, understanding, and acceptance. Cultivating meaningful connections is one of the most enriching aspects of the human experience. As social beings, our relationships significantly impact our overall well-being and happiness. These connections provide us with support, understanding, and a sense of belonging. However, in our fast-paced, digitally driven world, fostering deep, authentic relationships can often feel challenging. It requires intentionality, vulnerability, and a commitment to nurturing the bonds that truly matter. At the heart of meaningful connections is the ability to be vulnerable. Vulnerability involves opening ourselves up to others, sharing our thoughts, feelings, and experiences without the fear of judgment or rejection. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we create a space for authenticity in our relationships. This openness not only strengthens existing bonds, but also paves the way for new ones. People are drawn to those who are genuine and real, and by being ourselves, we invite others to do the same. Vulnerability can be daunting. Many of us have been conditioned to guard our emotions, fearing that exposure might lead to pain or disappointment. But it's essential to recognize that vulnerability is not a weakness, rather, it is a profound strength. It takes courage to show our true selves, and doing so can lead to deeper connections that are built on trust and understanding. When we take the risk to be vulnerable, we often find that others respond in kind, creating an environment of mutual support and empathy. To cultivate meaningful connections, it's crucial to prioritize quality over quantity. In today's world, we often equate the number of friends or followers we have with the depth of our connections. However, having a large social network does not necessarily equate to fulfilling relationships. It's more important to invest time and energy into a smaller number of meaningful relationships. Focus on those individuals who uplift and inspire you, those who share your values and passions. These connections are the ones that will provide the greatest support and enrichment in your life. Active listening is another vital component of fostering meaningful connections. In a world filled with distractions, truly listening to someone can be a rare gift. When we engage in active listening, we show others that we value their thoughts and feelings. This involves giving our full attention, maintaining eye contact, and responding thoughtfully. It's not just about hearing the words, it's about understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. By practicing active listening, we create an environment where others feel seen, heard, and appreciated. Expressing gratitude can significantly enhance our connections with others. Taking the time to acknowledge and appreciate the people in our lives fosters a culture of positivity and support. Simple gestures like sending a text to thank a friend for their support or writing a note of appreciation can go a long way in deepening our relationships. Gratitude encourages us to focus on the positive aspects of our connections, reinforcing the bonds that make our lives richer and more fulfilling. Engaging in shared experiences is another powerful way to cultivate meaningful connections. Whether it's pursuing a hobby together, participating in community events, or simply spending quality time with loved ones, shared experiences create lasting memories and strengthen relationships. These moments of togetherness allow us to bond over common interests and create a sense of camaraderie. It's through these shared experiences that we often find joy, laughter, and a deeper understanding of one another. Being present in our relationships is equally essential. In a world filled with constant distractions, it's easy to get caught up in our own lives and forget to be fully present with others. Mindfulness, being fully engaged in the moment, enhances our ability to connect deeply with those around us. When we are present, we show that we value our time together, fostering a sense of intimacy and connection. This presence can be as simple as putting away our phones during a conversation or making a conscious effort to engage fully during shared activities. Conflict resolution also plays a crucial role in maintaining meaningful connections. Disagreements are a natural part of any relationship, and how we navigate these conflicts can significantly impact the strength of our bonds. Approaching conflicts with empathy and a willingness to understand the other person's perspective fosters a culture of respect and trust. Rather than avoiding difficult conversations, we should embrace them as opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Open communication is key. Expressing our feelings honestly while also being receptive to the other person's viewpoint can lead to resolution and reconciliation. The practice of forgiveness is essential for nurturing meaningful connections. Holding on to grudges or past grievances can create emotional barriers that hinder our ability to connect authentically. Forgiveness does not mean excusing harmful behavior, rather, it is a conscious decision to let go of resentment for our own peace of mind. When we choose to forgive, we open ourselves up to healing and reconnection, allowing relationships to flourish once more. Investing in our personal growth also contributes to the quality of our relationships. When we strive to become the best versions of ourselves, whether through self-reflection, pursuing our passions, or seeking therapy, we not only enhance our own lives, but also enrich our connections with others. Personal growth allows us to bring more to our relationships, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. As we evolve, we can better support and uplift those around us, creating a cycle of mutual growth and connection. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for cultivating meaningful relationships. Boundaries help us define what we are comfortable with and what we need from others. They are essential for maintaining our emotional well-being and ensuring that our relationships are balanced. Communicating our boundaries clearly fosters respect and understanding, allowing us to build connections that are both supportive and sustainable. When we establish boundaries, we create a safe space for ourselves and others to thrive. Finally, nurturing meaningful connections requires ongoing effort and commitment. Relationships are not static, they require care and attention to flourish. Regular check-ins, shared activities, and open communication help keep the bond strong. Just as a garden needs watering and sunlight to thrive, our relationships need intentionality and effort to grow. By prioritizing the connections that matter most, we can create a network of support and love that enriches our lives in immeasurable ways. In a world that often encourages isolation and superficial interactions, cultivating meaningful connections is a powerful antidote. These relationships provide us with the support, understanding, and joy that enhance our quality of life. By embracing vulnerability, practicing active listening, and engaging in shared experiences, we can deepen our connections with others. Ultimately, it is these meaningful connections that enrich our lives, reminding us of the beauty and complexity of the human experience. Through commitment and intentionality, we can create a life filled with authentic relationships that bring us joy, support, and fulfillment. Embracing your journey is a crucial aspect of personal growth and fulfillment. Each individual's life path is unique, filled with a combination of experiences, challenges, and triumphs that shape who we are. However, many of us often find ourselves comparing our journeys to those of others, leading to feelings of inadequacy or frustration. The truth is that everyone's journey is distinct, and learning to embrace our own complete with its ups and downs can foster resilience, self-acceptance, and a deeper appreciation for our lives. One of the first steps in embracing your journey is recognizing that it is inherently yours. It's easy to fall into the trap of societal expectations, feeling pressured to achieve certain milestones by specific ages or to follow predefined paths that others have taken. These pressures can create a sense of urgency and anxiety, overshadowing the beauty of our individual journeys. To embrace your journey, it's important to reject these external narratives and focus on your unique timeline. Understand that your path does not need to mirror anyone else's. It is valid and worthy in its own right. Self-reflection plays a vital role in this process. Taking the time to reflect on your experiences, values, and aspirations allows you to gain clarity about what truly matters to you. Journaling can be an effective tool for this reflection. By writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, you can identify patterns, recognize your growth, and appreciate how far you've come. This practice fosters self-awareness and helps you connect with your inner self, allowing you to embrace your journey authentically. It's essential to acknowledge that challenges and setbacks are an integral part of any journey. Life is rarely linear, and obstacles often serve as catalysts for growth and transformation. Instead of viewing challenges as failures, reframe them as opportunities for learning. When faced with adversity, ask yourself what lessons can be gleaned from the experience. This shift in perspective not only enhances resilience, but also empowers you to approach future challenges with a more positive mindset. Embracing your journey also involves celebrating your achievements, no matter how small. In a society that often glorifies major milestones, it's easy to overlook the significance of everyday victories. Whether it's completing a project at work, mastering a new skill, or simply taking time for self-care, acknowledging these moments fosters a sense of accomplishment and reinforces your commitment to your path. Create rituals to celebrate your successes, such as treating yourself to something special or sharing your achievements with loved ones. This practice cultivates a sense of pride and motivates you to continue pursuing your goals. Another important aspect of embracing your journey is surrounding yourself with a supportive community. The people we choose to share our lives with can significantly influence our perspectives and experiences. Seek out relationships that uplift and inspire you, those that encourage you to be your authentic self. Surrounding yourself with individuals who celebrate your journey and support your aspirations creates a nurturing environment that fosters personal growth. These connections remind you that you are not alone in your experiences and that it's okay to embrace your unique path. Vulnerability is a powerful element of embracing your journey. Sharing your thoughts and feelings with trusted friends or family members creates an atmosphere of authenticity. By allowing yourself to be open about your struggles, fears, and dreams, you invite others to do the same. This mutual sharing fosters deeper connections and enhances your sense of belonging. Vulnerability also serves as a reminder that it's okay to ask for help when needed. Seeking support from others can provide valuable insights and encouragement, reinforcing the idea that you don't have to navigate your journey alone. It's important to practice self-compassion throughout your journey. Many of us are our harshest critics, holding ourselves to unrealistic standards. Instead of berating yourself for perceived shortcomings or mistakes, cultivate a sense of kindness and understanding. Recognize that everyone experiences challenges and it's natural to stumble along the way. Treat yourself as you would a close friend with empathy and encouragement. This practice fosters resilience and helps you maintain a positive mindset, allowing you to embrace your journey with greater ease. Allow yourself the freedom to change course if necessary. Your journey is not set in stone, it is fluid and adaptable. As you grow and evolve, your aspirations and interests may shift. Embracing this evolution is a vital aspect of personal growth. Be open to exploring new paths, even if they deviate from your original plans. This willingness to adapt and change can lead to unexpected opportunities and enrich your life in ways you may not have anticipated. Finding joy in the journey is also essential. While it's important to work toward your goals, it's equally important to savor the present moment. Cultivating mindfulness allows you to fully engage with your experiences and appreciate the beauty of each day. Take time to celebrate the little things: a warm cup of coffee, a walk in nature, or a meaningful conversation. These moments contribute to your overall sense of fulfillment and remind you that the journey itself is as valuable as the destination. It can be beneficial to seek inspiration from others who have embraced their own journeys. Read books, watch talks, or listen to podcasts that resonate with you. Hearing stories of resilience and growth from others can motivate you to embrace your path with greater confidence. These narratives often remind us that every journey is marked by struggles and triumphs, reinforcing the idea that it's okay to navigate our own unique experiences. Finally, embracing your journey requires patience. Personal growth is a lifelong process, and there will be times when progress feels slow or stagnant. Trust that every step you take, whether forward or backward, is part of your unique path. Allow yourself the grace to move at your own pace, and remember that it's okay to take breaks when needed. Sometimes, stepping back allows for reflection and renewed clarity about your goals and aspirations. Embracing your journey is a powerful act of self-acceptance and personal growth. By rejecting societal pressures, engaging in self-reflection, and celebrating your achievements, you can cultivate a deeper appreciation for your unique path. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals, practicing vulnerability, and fostering self-compassion further enrich your experience. As you navigate life's challenges and joys, remember to find joy in the present and remain open to the evolution of your journey. Ultimately, embracing your path leads to a more fulfilling and authentic life, allowing you to thrive in your individuality and embrace the beautiful complexity of your journey. The journey of life is uniquely our own, shaped by our experiences, challenges, and triumphs. As we navigate this path, it's essential to embrace our individuality and recognize that nobody cares about our journey as much as we do. By defining our own success, practicing self-compassion, cultivating meaningful connections, and fully engaging with our experiences, we empower ourselves to lead fulfilling lives. Let us remember that it's okay to be vulnerable, to seek support, and to celebrate both our achievements and our setbacks. Every step we take is significant, and by fostering an environment of kindness and understanding both for ourselves and others, we create a nurturing space for growth. Our journey is not just about reaching a destination, but about the richness of the experiences we gather along the way. By embracing our lives fully and unapologetically, we can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of authenticity and connection in the world around us. Together, let us celebrate our journeys, honoring each unique path as we strive toward our aspirations and the lives we wish to create.